A mind of iron cannot dwell within a vessel of glass. Look at yourself. Not the image you project, but the raw biological reality. Are you a weapon or are you a liability? Most men today are walking paradoxes. They read the books of the ancient masters, they study strategy, and they talk of sovereignty. Yet they cannot climb 3 flights of stairs without gasping for air. Their spirits are hungry, but their bodies are atrophied. You think your inner peace is independent of your physical state? You are wrong. A weak body is a betrayer. It is the first thing to surrender when the pressure rises. It is the source of the cowardice that keeps you quiet when you should speak, and the laziness that keeps you in bed when you should be building. Stoicism is not a sedentary philosophy. It is a muscular discipline. It is the tactical hardening of the shell to protect the fire within. Today, we weaponize the vessel. We are going to dismantle the cult of comfort, explore the biological necessity of hardship, and learn why the poker face of a warrior is forged in the fire of high-intensity suffering. Step into the forge. Welcome to the citadel. Before we recalibrate the flesh, identify your rank. This channel is not for the bodybuilders seeking vanity. This is for the architects of power who understand that physical vitality is the foundation of mental dominance. If you are ready to stop being a soft-shelled victim and start building a weaponized frame, subscribe to Tactical Sage 365. We do not train for the mirror, we train for the mission. Signal your presence in the comments. The weak will scroll past. The sovereign will remain. Why are you anxious? Why do you lack confidence? Look at your physiology. When your body is weak, your brain receives a constant, low-level signal of danger. In the evolutionary landscape, a weak male is a target. Your subconscious knows that if a physical confrontation were to occur, or if a catastrophe were to strike, you would not survive. This biological insecurity manifests as modern anxiety. It is your body telling you that you are not prepared for the world. You cannot think your way out of biological inadequacy. You can read all the Marcus Aurelius you want, but if your heart is pounding and your hands are shaking because you lack the physical tank to absorb stress, your philosophy will fail you. A weaponized body provides the biological floor for your stoicism. It gives you the confidence of a predator. When you know you can endure physical pain, verbal insults lose their power. When you know you can exert your will over 400 pounds of cold iron, the opinions of small men become irrelevant. You are currently leaking power through your softness. Your lack of physical discipline is a white flag you are waving to the universe every single day. The ancient masters did not separate the gym from the school. Seneca did not just write about virtue. He advocated for scanty fare and hard labor. He knew that a man who is accustomed to the cold, the hunger, and the strain is a man who cannot be coerced. Voluntary hardship is a tactical vaccination. By exposing your body to high-intensity training, you are injecting controlled stress into your system. You are teaching your nervous system that suffering is not a signal to panic, but a signal to focus. Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid discomfort. They live in climate-controlled rooms, sit in ergonomic chairs, and eat soft processed food. They have become soft-shelled. When life eventually hits them, and it will hit them, they shatter. You, the sovereign, must seek the friction. You must make the gym your laboratory of suffering. Every rep where your muscles scream for you to stop is a moment where you are practicing the non-reaction. You are feeling the pain, acknowledging the impulse to quit, and choosing to remain immovable. This is the true meaning of a weaponized body. It is a physical manifestation of an iron will. Vitality is not just health, it is war power. It is the capacity of your biological engine to generate energy and recover from trauma. Modern society wants you sedated. They want you high on sugar, low on testosterone, and perpetually tired. A tired man is a compliant man. A tired man doesn't start revolutions. A tired man doesn't build empires. He just follows the algorithm and waits for the weekend. Reclaiming your vitality is an act of rebellion. When you clean your diet, when you prioritize sleep as a recovery protocol, and when you push your body to its absolute limits, you are upgrading your hardware. You will notice that your poker face becomes natural. Why? Because your resting heart rate is lower, your cortisol levels are regulated, your testosterone is high. You no longer look scared because your biology is no longer in a state of panic. You occupy space with the heavy presence of a mountain. Vitality is the fuel of the internal citadel. Without it, the lights go out. Pause. Feel the state of your body right now. Is it a fortress, or is it a cage of your own making? If you are tired of being a ghost, trapped in a weak shell, if you are ready to pay the tax of sweat and iron to reclaim your soul, type iron will in the comments. This is your contract. You are signaling to the citadel that you are no longer a passenger. We are moving to the tactical application of the poker face. There is a direct correlation between your physical hardness and your ability to handle verbal conkick. Why does an insult sting? Because it creates a perceived threat to your status. Your ego feels a prick and your body reacts. Your face flushes, your voice cracks, and your eyes dart around. You have lost the frame. Now, compare that to a man who has just finished a set of heavy squats. He has stood under a weight that could literally crush his spine. He has looked into the abyss of physical failure and pushed back. After that, what is a verbal insult? It is noise, it is air, it is nothing. When you weaponize your body, your poker face is not a mask you put on. It is a biological byproduct of your high threshold for suffering. You don't react to the insult because the person insulting you has no power to impose real hardship on you. You have already seen the worst of the forge. Their words are like paper against stone. This is the biological poker face. When someone tries to shame you or sidetrack you with a personal attack, you maintain the predator's gaze. You don't nod, You don't explain. You don't defend. You simply watch them. You are the mountain. They are the wind. The wind may howl, but the mountain does not move. This level of non-reaction is only possible when you are physically grounded in your own strength. A man who feels physically small will always feel the need to defend himself verbally. A man who knows he is a weapon can afford to be silent. The inner coward lives in the comfort. He is the one who tells you the water is too cold. He is the one who tells you that you've done enough for today. He is the voice of the prey within your own mind. The only way to kill him is through physical hardship. High-intensity training is an execution. Every time you push through a training session when you are tired, every time you take a cold shower when you are shivering, every time you choose the hard path over the easy one, you are starving the coward. You are teaching your brain that the ego does not run the ship. The commander runs the ship. If you cannot control your own body, how can you expect to control a business, a relationship, or a destiny? Your physical discipline is the ultimate diagnostic of your sovereignty. If you are fat, lazy, and weak, your stoicism is just a cope. It is an intellectual blanket you use to hide your failure as a man. We do not seek to be warriors for the sake of violence. We seek the warrior ethos for the sake of self-ownership. A warrior is a man who has mastered his primary tool, his own existence. This has nothing to do with religion or tribalism. It has everything to do with evolutionary sovereignty. The modern world is designed to make you a soft tissue asset. But you are an ancient biological machine designed for survival, for conquest, and for building. When you deny your body the hardship it was designed for, it begins to rot from the inside out. Your hormones crash, your mental health spirals, your focus vanishes. Weaponizing your body is how you return to the baseline of your power. It is how you sync your hardware with your software. When your body is hard, your mind follows. When your vessel is a weapon, your spirit becomes dangerous. Not dangerous in a way that seeks trouble, but dangerous in a way that cannot be conquered by it. We are reaching the end of the briefing. Look at the room you are in. It is too comfortable. It is too safe. You have spent too much time in the phantom world of pixels and thoughts. It is time to return to the world of gravity, sweat, and iron. You are going to finish this video and you are going to go do something that makes your body scream. You are going to run until your lungs burn. You are going to lift until your muscles shake. You are going to step into the cold until your skin turns red. You are not doing this to look good. You are doing this to remind the inner coward who is in charge. You are doing this to forge a poker face that can stare down any insult and any adversary. You are doing this because you are a sovereign, and a sovereign does not allow his vessel to be a liability. The winter of softness is over. The spring of the weaponized body has begun. Hard stone, molten gold, unbreakable frame. The briefing is concluded. Now comes the execution. For the next 24 hours, apply the hard path protocol. Take the stairs, carry the heavy bags, skip the meal, hit the gym with zero music and zero distraction. Feel the friction. Become the friction. Share this briefing with one man who is trapped in a weak vessel. Subscribe to Tactical Sage 365. We do not provide comfort, we provide the iron. Go forth in strength. The citadel is watching. We are out.